All right, and we're back to Now on TTT. Thanks for viewing. And I'm here with Dr. Kizanne James. Good morning, Kizanne.
Hi, good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And, you know, it's just so amazing saying doctor to such a young person, you know, like all the things that you have accomplished and everything like that.
Thank you. It wasn't an easy journey at all.
I would imagine not. So this is our Leaders of Now session. And you know what, many times people say the youth are the leaders of tomorrow and stuff like that, but that's not exactly correct. Youth are the leaders of now because we are the ones that have to carry the torch and, you know, move the world forward into a brighter future.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're the leaders of now to take us into the future. So enough about that. Let's talk about you a little bit. So what type of doctor are you to begin with?
Well, I work in sexual and reproductive health and rights.
Okay.
I also work in global health. So before I came back to Trinidad this last month, I worked in Norway and South Africa and India.
Oh, wow.
Trying to improve sexual and reproductive health in these areas.
Okay.
I also started a few organizations while I was in med school and right after.
What organizations, if you want to tell us quickly? Okay,
so I started Caribbean Youth for Philanthropy, which is a network of youth leaders from 11 islands. So we have about 100 youth leaders altogether. It's currently run by a colleague of mine who is from Haiti.
Yes.
And every year we take different turns and try to improve the network and create opportunities for other youth leaders around the region.
Excellent.
Yes.
That's excellent. And again, like, I see that you're passionate about youth.
I am.
And what was the other organization you formed?
So I founded Access Sexual Health, which is a global network again that was founded in Southampton when I studied there.
All right.
It was funded by Southampton University, Bayer Pharmaceuticals and Women Deliver in order to use technology to promote sexual health. So we created an application and a website, and we have a social media following, and we just tried to improve access and education related to issues surrounding sexually transmitted diseases, family planning options, and everything that's, you know, encompasses sexual health.
So basically, everywhere you go, you start something. You know, you start a movement or something like that. You know, you're a really dynamic person, I would say. So did you have any role models growing up? Like, what made you so ambitious and so, you know, forward-thinking?
Well, as I was saying before, my journey into becoming a doctor wasn't very easy. I come from a very poor background. My mother is or was a security officer, a single-parent family. And while I was in primary school, our teacher used to read stories of Ben Carson. And actually, most of my class now are doctors as well.
Really?
Yeah. Every day we'd have to read a certain section of his book.
Yes.
And I just felt like if somebody like him, coming from a very humble background as well, could achieve what he achieved, then I could do the same.
Yes.
So from that age, I, you know, got that dream to become a doctor. I didn't know I'd end up in global health, which is pretty cool, which is, you know, way beyond what I ever dreamed of getting into at that point in time. But it was a really tough journey. I didn't have money for med school. I worked in Mario's. I cleaned toilets. I painted houses. I did anything to raise funds.
You worked and put yourself through.
Yes, because when I started university, there wasn't GATE. So yeah, so I had to try to raise funds. So I worked different odd jobs and fast food restaurants for 2 years, and then I started university and worked part-time until I eventually completed. Yeah,
that is dedication.
Yeah, now I have 4 degrees. So anybody who is who comes from, you know, a very humble background, just keep pushing. Eventually, you'll get there.
So what's your main focus right now?
So my main focus right now, again, is reproductive rights, especially in the Caribbean.
Yes.
I'm now moving back home. I'll be working in Tobago from next month.
Okay.
So
love Tobago.
Yeah, Tobago is awesome. And we're looking at how we could, again, use technology to promote sexual health. We partnered with Two Cents Movement. They did some spoken word poetry and videos for us before. We worked with Womantra and different organizations here already.
Yes.
But we just want to formalize that. So I have some funding from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
What's Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation?
So Bill Gates, who started Microsoft, he started a foundation, again, to promote family planning. And so I actually got an award from him last year. Yeah,
well,
so
congratulations on your award. So many accomplishments.
Thanks. And his foundation gave us some money to do some projects. So I'm excited to see where that turns out after I have some meetings.
Well,
yeah.
I'm excited to see where that turns out too. I hope you will touch base with us again so we can know the progress of it. You know, definitely. Do you have any events or projects underway or happening right now?
Well, what we're going to do is, because of the great reach that we had, we did just a 1-week social media campaign, and we were able to target over 30,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got a lot of positive responses from that. So again, we want to just see how that goes and try doing this on a larger scale. All
right, so before we go, do you have any last words for the youth and you know, people who may want to take the path that you have taken?
I would say to keep focused. You might encounter obstacles, you might fail along the way. I've failed many times along the way. But once you keep focused on the end goal, you'll get there.
All right, well, thank you very much, Dr. Kizanne James. And thank you, viewers, for being with us. We will be back very shortly. We are going for a little bit of a break. And stay with us. We have a lot more to come.